Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Moonriver. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to watch that before watching this one. It's going to be linked in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Now let's jump straight into the TA. So taking a look at the daily chart, we have a Fibonacci retracement set up. If you don't know how to use a Fib retracement, make sure you check out the description. There is going to be a video linked where I explain how you can use the Fib retracement. Now, assuming you have watched that, as you can see, we have the swing low of the Fib retracement printed back in October and the swing high printed back in November. Since then, we have retraced all the way down to the second Fib level, which was our capitulation target, and we've made our way all the way up to the 786 Fibonacci retracement, and now we're pulling back down to the 1.272. Potentially, we could even come back down to the 1.414 or even the 1.618 at $7.80 and $7.25 respectively. So if you want to set up some buy limit orders, you can do that. I have bought more Moonriver today. And if you want to get all of my trade alerts, you can obviously check out the description. My Patreon is going to be linked there. A bunch of content coming out like exclusive podcasts, technical analysis, project reviews. My portfolio is being shared there. So that's a nice community that we have there. And potentially we're also looking to participate in IDOs as a community. So that should be interesting. And as you can see, we are losing the 20 EMA on the chart and we're holding the 55 EMA on the daily. So this is quite an important level, but I do have to tell you that if Bitcoin starts pulling back lower, we're definitely going to see Moonriver drop, as it is a low cap altcoin. And potentially, like I said, you might reach $7.25. Now, as long as we don't lose this low that we printed in December, at the end of December, we're good to go. As long as this is going to be a higher low, that is bullish. You can just keep buying throughout this dip, and hopefully we bottom out somewhere around $7, and then we see the next move to the upside. So if that does happen and we bottom somewhere around, let's say $7 approximately, and we set up a target to the upside, we're going to have a target at $12 roughly, which is exactly where we have our previous local high in November. And that's based off of the 1.618 Fibonacci retracement here that we have on the, that I just slapped on, assuming that the $7 price is going to be our local low. So potentially that's what we're going to be looking at. But for now, all I'm doing is buying, dollar cost averaging, and staking on the Nova wallet. As you can see, we were in this channel up pattern, and I did advise you guys that usually you break down out of channel up patterns, and the opposite can be said about channel down patterns because you break to the upside from there. So here we were in a channel up pattern. Obviously, we're breaking down right now, and the targets, like I said, the 1.414, the 1.618, if we see a stronger pullback, which I don't really want to see, we could come back down to $6.32.5, which is where we started retracing from. This is a possibility, and that would be, dangerous, because if we start losing this low, then we're simply continuing the downtrend, and this is nothing but a lower high with a lower low and a continuation, which we don't want to see. We want to see the trend broken, and hopefully with this impulsive move to the upside, we can continue with the uptrend, and potentially by the early April, maybe we can be sitting at $20. That would be great. And if we jump into the daily RSI, let's see what's going on here. Obviously, we were overbought. This was a good profit-taking opportunity. I did have a sell order at, what was that? $9 and $10.40 over here, $10.39. I was swing trading for my friend. That's where I had the sell order, and I bought back in at around about the 20 EMA here at $8.60. So I'm a bit of a loss right now, but that really doesn't matter, as I have increased my position. So I have now what I have now is 17% more tokens than I had before this move. So it doesn't really matter in terms of the US dollar value. To me, what matters is the amount of coins I have, because the next time we go up, I can still sell at this price, but I'm going to have even more USD value because I have more coins. But obviously, I'm looking for long-term holding with Moonriver. And I think it is very possible that we retrace to the all-time high, as this project is pure utility. If you take a look at the ecosystem that Moonriver has, it's incredible. And hopefully we're going to see some exciting dApps coming out when the bull market gets heated up, because we do need to see some activity. And for a low cap gem like this, the activity that Moonriver is getting and the volume is pretty good. And the developers are working hard. Polkadot developers are one of the hardest working developers we have in the crypto ecosystem. So I would say Moonriver is in good hands, and the inflation is the only thing that's kind of hurting it right now, because we have a 4% monthly inflation. But the good thing is that the total supply is only 10 million tokens. So a 1 billion market cap would put Moonriver at $100, and potentially, if we're going to be sitting back at $500, $400, that would be a $4 to $5 billion market cap. And let's be honest, in a peak of a bull market, 5 billion market cap is really nothing. Okay, it's really nothing. So I'm expecting a retracement to the previous all-time high. If not, we can go higher, obviously. But let's see, let's not speculate. Let's just dollar cost average and stake, and let's move over to the Binance website. And before we continue, guys, I quickly want to talk about my Patreon. Now, if you want to get involved, there's going to be a 7-day free trial. So you can go ahead and join, and you're going to get access to all of my content since I started posting on Patreon, which was all the way back in October of 2021. So there are hundreds and hundreds of posts with low cap gems, my exclusive podcasts that I do for patrons only, my low cap gem reviews, project highlights, your technical analysis requests, exclusive videos for patrons. So there's a whole bunch of stuff there that I don't share on YouTube or Twitter, as to add more value to it. And I also share all of my buys, all of my sells. I share my portfolio in there. So if that's something that you're interested in and you really want to support the channel, then feel free to check it out. Thank you. So taking a look at the weekly chart here, as you can see, we have 3 major levels, and the first one is $6.23. The next one is $11.46, or rather 26 cents. And the top one here, which is the August 2022 high at $18.35 roughly. And as you can see, these are the 3 major levels we have here on the weekly chart. Other than that, we've really been just dumping since we got listed at the peak of the previous bull market, or the last bull market in November, which, was an unfortunate time for a listing on Binance, I would say. But, we've gone down, and right now we have these major levels to break through. I would say the next super important level would be $44 or $45. That's where the 55 EMA on the weekly is. We also have the green EMA, which is the 35 weekly EMA. And to be honest with you, I think that if we manage to break above $18.30, we're going to see a very strong impulsive move to the upside. That potentially could take us to $37, which is very close to the swing low that we have here, March 14th in 2022, which is a previous support level that we could come back up and retest as resistance. So potentially we could be looking at a move all the way up to $45. Potentially that's where we go in August. I don't know, because what I'm expecting is that we have a little correction right now, a little retracement, I should say. Then we have another move to the upside into March and April. Then we have that strong pullback potentially in May, as we usually do, into the summer, and then we have a strong impulsive move into August, as we usually do as well, then followed by another pullback into September, October, with the first leg of the bull market coming into the first quarter of 2024. Hopefully that's how it's going to play out. We'll see. But for now, these prices are very good for dollar cost averaging. If you haven't bought into Moonriver yet and you're planning to, I would say don't hesitate. the fact that you could have bought in at $6 doesn't mean anything, because you could have, but you didn't. That's fine. It can come back lower. Just have your buy limit orders ready and set to go. Although this is not a financial advice, obviously. And let's take a look at some of the indicators on the daily chart here. Okay, let me just zoom into the MACD here. So as you can see, the MACD is printing a bearish cross, which is a lagging indicator. Obviously, it comes after the downtrend has started, but you can see that the last time we had that, we really did reverse quite quickly. But beforehand, in December 14th, 13th is when we got that bearish cross, and it was followed by a pretty strong move to the downside. So what we're hoping for here is that we don't lose the local low that we printed in January, early January. And yeah, that's really as much as I have here for Moonriver. If I missed out anything important on the charts, please let me know down below in the comment section. Feel free to follow me on Patreon and Twitter. Check out my Discord, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.